Hi guys, welcome to class. My name is Liz. Today we're going to do a Pilates workout, but I'm going to introduce some weights. So I have 1.5 kgs here. That seems small, but trust me, it actually starts to burn after a little while. If you don't have weights at home, you can always use 2 water bottles, litre water bottles, or tins of beans. Whatever you have, just grab it, okay? And if you want to leave the weights to the side, go for it. Anyway, let's get cracking. So I'm also going to incorporate just a little bit of balance work too. So I want you to start standing at the front of your mat, that your feet are going to be hip width apart, so just a tennis ball between the feet. Now I want you all just to close your eyes here and kind of bring some awareness to where the weights are, and I want you just to feel as though you're going to just drop your hands down, that the weights are almost helping you, allowing the shoulder blades just to drop down the spine, opening up across the chest. Your collarbones are lovely and wide. Keeping the eyes closed here for a moment, I want you just to bring the weight forwards towards your toes, and then slowly bring the weight back into your heels. Coming forwards towards your toes, and then slowly come back towards your heels. Again, forwards to the toes, back to the heels. Now find your neutral, your happy place. Open up your eyes here, take an inhale. As we exhale, we're going to bend into the knees and allow the weights to help you drop down here. Allow them to help you get a deeper stretch. They're dragging you down, and I want you to switch off the back of the neck. Now take an inhale. As you exhale, I want you to push your pubic bone forwards, push the pelvis forwards, start to come all the way up, all the way, stacking your head on top of the spine. Use the weights to help you open up the chest. Take an inhale. Exhale here, nodding your chin to your chest. And at this time, keep a little bit more length into the legs as you start to drop down. Coming all the way down. Take an inhale. Exhale here, push back up through the toes. Start to restack bone by bone, vertebra by vertebra, all the way back up, opening up across the chest. Let's go one more time here. Inhale at the top. Exhale here, dropping all the way down. I'm going to lengthen my legs a little more. I'm going to bring the weight just a little bit more forwards towards the toes, coming all the way down. Now, just drop the weights there for a moment and pick yourselves all the way up, restacking bone by bone. I want you to lengthen your arms straight up towards the ceiling, interlace the fingers, have your elbows slightly forward so you can see your elbows there in the corners of your eyes, okay? I want you to take an inhale here. As you exhale, can you subtly push your head back into your arms and allow the shoulders to drop from the ears so you get that sense of space. Now, do you notice as your rib cage flaring? Can you drop your ribs slightly down? We're going to do that one more time. Take an inhale. Exhale, push your head into your arms, allow the shoulders just to drop. That's just going to open up your chest. From here, I just want you to look over towards the right hand side, getting that gorgeous rotation. Exhale now, pull back to center. You're going to look over towards the left hand side. Exhale, I want you to pull back. You're back in your neutral. I want you to drop your arms down. Take an inhale. Exhale here, slowly coming all the way down. Now bend your knees that you can grab onto those weights for me. From here, I want you to pick yourselves all the way back up. Bend into your elbows there, that the weights are in between your ears and your shoulders. Okay, here we go. Let's get some heat. I want you to bend into the knees, sitting down into an imaginary chair behind you. Exhale, pump the arms up towards the ceiling. Sitting down. And again. And again. Really feel as though you're pushing up through the heels. Again. Notice as you go down, are your knees falling inwards? Can you push the knees slightly out? Going for 4. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Dropping down now. Holding. Can you curl a small bit there with that tailbone? From here, when you're ready, I want you to reach the arms up towards the ceiling and then bend, keeping your pelvis steady. I want you to reach and bend. Again, 2 more. We reach and bend. 1 more. We reach and bend, and then lengthen through the arms, drop the arms down by your side. Good, okay. I want you from here to step back into a lunging position. My right knee stacked directly over my ankle. So if today is one of those days that your balance isn't feeling good, go a little bit wider with your front foot. Right knee over ankle, have a little check of that knee there. Is it too far forwards or too far back? Open up the chest there that your collarbones are lovely and wide. From here, when you're ready, we're slowly going to lengthen the arms straight up towards the ceiling, and you're going to connect those weights. I want you to bend your back knee down, and as you do, I want you to bend your elbows that your arms go back. Then we're going to lengthen the leg, lengthen the arms. We're going to bend. Now, if that's again too much for the balance, leave the arms down by your side. We bend the knee, we bend the elbows. And we lengthen. Again, bend the knee, bend the elbows. And lengthen. 2 more. Bend the knee, bend the elbows. And lengthen. Now drop the arms down by your side. Bend the knees, sink lower. Lower, lower, pause, pulses. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step forwards and come all the way up. Okay, we have another leg. So, when you are ready, stepping back with your right leg. So, I am, as you can just see my wobbles there, I'm a different person on my left leg. I'm like 2 different humans. So my left leg is so much weaker. So for me, I go so much wider with my front foot. You might be the same. It's amazing to see those different sides of the body in balance. From here, send both the arms straight up towards the ceiling. Holding those weights together, you're going to bend the back knee, bend the elbows. And then we're going to lift and lengthen. There we go, there's the wobbles. Bend, lift and lengthen. Feel like you're pulling your left heel slightly towards you. Again, bend, lift and lengthen. As you bend the elbows, reach them up towards the ceiling. Feel like you're reaching those elbows up. 2 more. Bend, lift and lengthen. And 1 more. Bend, lift and lengthen, hold, drop both the arms down by your side. Sense of space across the chest, bend that front knee a little more. Here we go. I want you to slowly bend that back knee. A little more, a little more. Now pulses. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and step all the way forwards. Well done, really, really good. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly peel yourselves all the way down. Bend into your knees that you drop the weights. Drop your hands to the floor. Step your left leg back. Step your right leg back and drop the knees to the floor. My wrists are going to be ever so slightly in front of my shoulders. My knees are going to be stacked directly under my hips. So have a little feel there and make sure your knees are stacked directly under your hips. From here, eye line at the front of the mat, and I want you to feel as though you're puffing your chest away from the floor ever so slightly. You're pulling the mat apart with both your hands. And now I want you to curl your toes underneath. Let's go for a little stretch of the back. Slowly, can you feel as though you're sending your belly button up towards the ceiling? As we start to round through the spine here, head is going to naturally drop. From here, I want you to drop your belly button down as the eye line lifts to look forwards towards the front of the mat, and feel as though you're going to pull the mat apart. Rounding through the spine here, curling, lifting the belly button up as the head, neck and shoulders drop. Dropping the belly button down, and you're just looking to the front of the mat so we're not at our neck here, okay? Pull the mat apart with both your hands. Now from here, let's add on. I want you to sit your bum back towards your heels, and you'll get this lovely stretch there into the soles of feet. Now, round through the spine. Feel as though you're pulling the arms towards you as you come all the way back to center. Drop the belly button down, eye line lift, sit your bum back towards your heels. Rounding through the spine, pulling those arms towards you, come back to center. And 1 more, belly button down, eye line lift, sit your bum back towards your heels. And really feel as though you're pulling the arms towards you as you come all the way to center, so you get this lovely stretch there underneath the armpit. Uncurl the toes. From here, when you're ready, you're going to get the weight with your left hand. Now find your balance, okay? I'm going to draw my belly button back towards my spine ever so slightly. My eye line is at the front of the mat. And from here, I'm going to lengthen my right leg back. Now you can keep your toes onto the floor. To advance it a little bit more, you're going to lift it up. Don't go really high with the legs. That's going to put your balance right off, okay? From here, I'm going to send the left arm out to the side, and then I'm going to lower, lift, lower. Now I'm working so hard with my abdominals there to make sure I'm not twisting, okay? I lift and lower. 2 more. I lift and lower. 1 more. And lower, pause. Can you rotate that your knuckles are now facing away from you? From here, I'm holding, I'm reaching my right leg back. I'm gonna send the arm forwards and lower. Forwards and lower. 2 more, lift and lower. 1 more, lift and lower. And then drop back down. Drop the left arm down, drop the right leg down. Let's come off that right wrist now. Reach the left foot back and start with the foot on the floor so you kind of get this sense of pushing the heel away. Have a little feel of the hips there. Make sure both your hip bones feel like they're pointing downwards. Okay, puff up the chest, pull the mat apart. Now when you're ready, lengthen your left leg back. You're going to grab the weight with your right hand. My eye line is at the front of the mat. I'm then going to send my right arm out to the side and lower. Again, as the arm goes out, I'm avoiding that twist in the spine. So my belly button there, I'm drawing it slightly back to my spine to keep that engagement of the abdominals. For 3, 2, 1. Drop the arm down. Now rotate that the knuckles face away from you. Puff the chest a little bit more. Reach the left toes back. You're going to lengthen and lower. Lift and lower. Again, lift and lower. 2 more. Lift, lower. 1 more. And then drop back down. Just quickly push back into a lovely child's pose just to give yourself a brief moment. Take an inhale and then exhale, pick yourselves all the way back up. You're going to turn now to face towards me and bring your weights with you that they're in front of you. I'm going to be up and on my knees. Any knee issues, grab a pillow and place them underneath the knees, okay? That's going to help so much. From here, when you are ready, you're going to lengthen your right leg out, that your toes there are pointed forwards, okay? So have them pointed forwards rather than externally rotated. Now, grab the weight with your right hand. Both my arms are going to go out left and right, palms are facing forwards, but again, get that sense of the shoulders dropping from the ears. Now from here, I'm slowly going to reach over towards the left-hand side, and then I'm going to exhale, using my waist muscles come back to center. If the weight feels too much, drop it down, you don't need it, okay? Slowly going over towards the left-hand side. Exhale, lift. Over to the left. And I want you to control it on the way up. Try not to fling yourselves up, because that's where we're actually getting those waist muscles to work. We lift. 1 more, lower. Now, can you come all the way down and onto the floor? Slide your right foot forwards. Now, a couple of options here. Option 1, slide the left knee a little further away, that you come into a half plank. Option 2, you dig your right foot deep into the floor, and then we step our left foot behind, full plank. Okay, whichever one you're in. Push the pubic bone a little more forwards. Now slowly drop your right arm down and lift. We're going to lower and lift. For 2 more, lower and lift. 1 more and lift. Drop the left knee down. Can you pick yourself up? Drop your right forearm onto your right thigh and reach the left arm up and overhead. And enjoy that gorgeous stretch there. Okay, wouldn't do to have one side smaller than the other. Let's go again. So, again, I start with my knees hip width apart. I lift up there tall. From here, my left leg is going to go out to the side. Toes are pointed forwards. Both my arms go out left and right. Allow the shoulder just to drop. So, slowly, and it's a kind of a sense of a reaching away rather than just a collapse. So, feel like you're lifting your rib cage up and over. So, I'm lifting up and over to go to the right. And then I lift. Again, inhale, lower. Again. And I'm really doing my best to control it on the way up. Okay, so I'm going nice and slow. And I'm visualizing my waist muscles working to help me lift. One more. We're going to drop down here, we're going to hold. So you know your two options. So option one, slide your right knee a little bit further, come up onto both your knees. Option two, you dig your left foot deep into the floor. You push your right hand into the floor and you slide your right foot behind the left. Push the pelvis more forwards. Draw the head back slightly. Slowly drop the left arm down. And lift. You slowly lower. And lift, keeping everything steady. Two more, lower. And lift. One more, lower. And lift. When you're ready, drop that knee down. Use the abdominals, pick yourselves up. Left hand, left thigh. Right arm up and overhead. Really, really good. Come back to center there. From here, drop your weights down. I want you to pick yourselves up and I want you to peel yourselves all the way up to standing. Let's finish how we began. Take an inhale. Exhale here, slowly start to peel yourselves all the way down, all the way. Now when you're down there, pause. Place both your hands onto the fronts of your shin bones here. As you inhale, I want you to lift your chest up that your collarbones are wide. Deep exhale here to drop. Inhale, I want you to lift. One more, inhale, lift. Drop both your arms now down towards the floor. Relax the back of the neck. Take an inhale. Exhale here. Can you start to pick yourselves all the way back up? Restacking bone by bone, vertebra by vertebra, all the way up. I want you to send both your arms straight up towards the ceiling. Create length through the spine. Send the arms back behind you. Roll the shoulders back. And guys, you're finished. Amazing. Well done.